info just because Jarrett's a very
Okay.
good patient to be doing this. It's like the right techniques fitting because just what he's saying here, sure, that was a big need. You can get access to this stuff without supervision. You can subtly derail aspects of your care.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I had no supervision, and it was a point where I just didn't have, I didn't have I didn't have I didn't have the money to do it really, and then I stopped, but I didn't really know what would happen if I stopped, and I got really last year. I mean, I was like sleeping all day, and I hit a wall, and I was really thought there was something wrong with me. But then, when once I realized and did the research and talked to some people, I realized that once you get off the TRT, your testosterone level goes down, and you can really have bad side effects.
Oh wow!
And
When you did your labs in 11, 25, you were 80.
I know I was 80,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah,
it was coming off the testosterone on the other place, and I was like 3 months, 2 months out of it, and my testosterone levels didn't actually, I guess they'll naturally go back up some,
yeah.
but not to the level that I want them to be, that I feel good at.
Yes.
And so like before, like I was taking I don't know, half of a milligram every day. It was microdosing instead of taking it every,
Oh,
like half
that
of.
wasn't Jared? No, that was another patient we went through. But I mean, we get these questions every week from two or three patients. It's similar, like doctors out there. I know who they are. One of them died too. He was another one of these guys. I forgot his name, but he was the one that made it popular to do it daily. And
Yeah.
it's almost asinine. I try to use examples. I'd be like stopping twice a day to fill up your gas tank, even though your commute's 10 miles. I'm like, that's just dumb. See, it's designed scientifically to just have it once or twice a week, maybe three times. Daily is insanity.
Well, I didn't even know what my testosterone levels were, right? Like I got a blood test before I started, and then I get blood tests once a year from the VA because I go to the VA and they run panels on me every year. I wouldn't say I'm a hypochondriac. I just say that if anyone offers me tests, I'm going to take it.
Uh,
So,
that's
because I
funny.
know that if you catch these things early, you catch cancers early, you're going to be better. I
You
mean,
know what?
so
Okay, I'm gonna say it's better to have good advice than any advice. That's just my only caveat. It's better to have good advice than any advice. Right. Don't just take all the tests just because they're there. Next thing you know, you're not going to know what to do with the information.
yeah, but at
So,
least I have the information, like
no,
every
no,
year I get,
you're not
you know,
off base, but luckily you're with a group of people that they care about doing the right thing, so it all works out in your favor anyway. Okay.
yeah,
So I'm going to keep
now I
moving.
am.
I'm going to
But
move.
before I wasn't, man. I mean, I didn't even know like I didn't know like I know what my testosterone levels are now because I just took these, tests again.
Yeah.
And they're like eight,
Well,
whatever,
here it is.
800.
995, which is a really good value. And
Is that
38.
is
I
that too
like this
high?
ratio. That's healthy.
Okay, and estradiol 38. I'm looking at it too. I pulled it up.
Well, so the natural ratio in your body is your estradiol naturally is 3 to 6% of your total testosterone. So that's simple. If I see someone's estradiol over 6-7% of total, which would be 7 times 9 is 72, that's when I start going, man, that ratio is mismatched. Yours is a good ratio because that's a natural healthy ratio, 3 to 5
Okay.
percent.
So I don't know what they went up to before. I don't know what they were before. I have no
Right,
idea. When I was doing the microdosing, I didn't know. And
right.
I took a test for, something else, and I saw my triglycerides, and they had gone up while I was taking
Right.
the TRT.
See, 150 is normal. You're 198. I mean, were you fasting? That's also crucial. If you were, then these are fairly accurate. That's the reason I like to know
I,
that.
I was not fasting.
Okay, so maybe if you were fasting, all these might be okay. So we'll write that in your notes. We want you to do the next time fasting on this stuff. Because you're not that alone's the answer. You're just barely off everywhere. So I'm not going to key in on this too heavy right now because you
Mm-hmm.
weren't fasting.
You see, my LDL is at 139 last year. My primary care physician was watching whether or not to put me on statins because she said 140 was, where she drew the line, and we were going to test it the following year, which is now. I'm going to go and see her in like 2 weeks.
Well, and that's perfect. Do it in a fasting. You know you're going to come in at under 139. You're actually in a great position. You weren't even fasting this day. So I look forward to seeing what you got when you come.
Okay, so when I go on the 18th, so I will fast like for 24 hours or what?
Well, no, just don't eat or drink for 8 hours, but eat mostly like stuff that's low in fat for about 24 hours, like salads and lean stuff, and then take your test.
Okay.
And there you
Okay.
give it's the most accurate reflection because you don't need extra blood fat cells just floating from your diet in your bloodstream. That's not accurate.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I, yeah. Okay.
So these are all clean. Liver's clean, platelet count, your blood count. I would just be a rigorous blood donor. Sometimes when people start getting the hematocrit in the 55 region, we make you donate blood medically, but these are all green. So I just want you to, if you can, donate blood frequently because testosterone slowly makes it creep up, but you're doing well right now.
What about plasma?
We've had a lot of patients doing that. I don't have any problems with it. I have no scientific proof that it's better, but I just assumed they were getting paid for it, but
Yeah,
I'm
you get
okay with it.
paid. You get paid, but there's I don't know what the research is about. Like
See,
what
I figured they were
if
getting
it's good
paid.
for you.
What my goal is to see hemoglobin's 15.9, 16.9, cut off 17. I don't want my patients carrying extra hemoglobin. That's really the bottom line. I don't know enough about the plasma. That's not my goal. If they're taking red cells and taking away your hemoglobin, then great.
I'll let you know. I mean,
Okay.
I'm going to do it because I want to do it because I know that it's supposed to regenerate some things.
All right,
So
I'll check
you
into it.
deplete
I've
it.
never really thought of it because
I
I
know
like
that
I always had my goals for the patients, so I'll look into that too.
they test your hematocrit every time.
Okay.
So another reason I wanted to go do it, and here I am a junkie for tests, is because they test you a bunch of different things every time you go in, and hematocrit is one of or hematocrit
Hematocrit.
is one of them. Hematocrit is one of them.
All right, so now
So
I'm gonna move this discussion to an interesting gear that you and the guys. I'm gonna give you an overview of the other parts of your questions, and I'm gonna use a reference that you may or may not know. This guy, his name's Dr. Green, created this website called rapamycintherapy.com. Alan Green, have you heard of him yet?
no,
All right, so watch this.
I've heard of
Rapamycin, the life.
Robert Lufkin though. He's been around.
But so I'm using this as our jumping platform to what you asked. So I didn't realize I guess see, great sadness. I didn't know he died. I guess he died in 24. So Dr. Green was the leading pioneer in the off-label use of rapamycin. Okay. I mean, listen, that's the thing. None of us can make each other live forever. That's where it gets ironic that the leading guy, but nonetheless, Dr. Green started taking rapamycin. He was a doctor, okay? So his cutting edge world of rapamycin came through something called mTOR inhibition. All right. So we have Ryan showed me a bunch of your questions and queries, so I'm using that as the substrate of this part of the conversation. I knew that you were interested in rapamycin, metformin, and these are things that I use all the time on my patients. So, and that's why I was like, oh, this guy's like on the money. And I use coronary CT, so I'm going to answer all three of your questions in the next few moments. All
Okay.
right. So Green faced a dramatic decline in his health, and his quest for answers led him to remarkable discoveries, and he tried rapamycin. Now, rapamycin was discovered by a guy named Dr. Surin Segal. Dr. Segal was working for like Wyeth, one of these drug companies, and he went to Easter Island, and in the soil of Easter Island, he found a molecule made by bacteria called, and they named it after Easter Island, and it's called Rapa Nui. That's where the rapamycin thing. He didn't know what
Yeah.
to use it for, so it became the world's one of the first $1 billion drugs, and it was a transplant drug. So I used to use it. I'm a surgeon by training. My original surgeries were all cancer, transplant, and trauma. So that's my original training. It's weird. I was using this stuff in transplant. because if I give it to somebody daily, it prevents you from rejecting your kidney.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then these guys discovered if you take it once a week between a dose of 4 milligrams and like 12 milligrams once a week, it is the most powerful anti-aging substance ever discovered by mankind. Okay, so that's the answer. It's the most powerful ever discovered. So everything they've ever given it to that lives, it extends lifespan by 15 to 20%. That includes dogs, fruit flies, anything you can think of, humans that they can gauge. So that's how, right here. So I'm going to move into the next paragraph. mTOR, the molecular target of rapamycin, causes a role in age-related disease and inflammation. So Dr. Green decided to start taking rapamycin and he started taking metformin. So metformin, works hand in hand. I think they are both excellent ideas. I can see zero drawback because it's not a terribly expensive protocol, and there's so much evidence that metformin's a good idea. Metformin works through a different pathway. Okay, so the first thing metformin does that everybody generally knows, it sensitizes your body to insulin. Number one. Number two, it works through a pathway called AMPK, and AMPK and the mTOR inhibition pathways cause something called cell basically they call cell senescence. They make your cells that need to die faster, and your body gets rid of the dead debris faster. So it's kind of it's like getting rid of the debris faster.
Well,
And
without like fasting.
no, and the fasting, what do you call it, synergizes and enhances all these techniques
Oh,
too.
okay. Okay. All right.
Now, that's another weird thing. There, I got a lot of weird ideas, right? Because I'm crazy. I believe like Kaiser Sose from Usual Suspects. They got the idea Kaiser Sose from the legend of the skinny dude that lived on the island of Rapa Nui. And they said he never ate. He fasted and he ate the dirt on Easter Island. So how weird is it that rapamycins are Easter Island and they talk about this legendary strongman that never ate and all he did was fasted and it all became a reality. That's wild.
Well, how long did he live?
I think he's still alive. He's like 10 million years old. No, he's a legend.
He's Methuselah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
mTOR, rapamycin, incredible health. So that was Dr. Green. And metformin's awesome because we can send metformin to your Publix. You can take 500 milligrams. You can build up to 1,000. You can build up to whatever you want. You'll never, I think it's wonderful. All you're going to do is keep your body's glucose lower and starve your potential cancer cells. So that's why I think everything you asked is perfect in my ideas. And then rapamycin, I'll talk to the guys, and since you're in the pilot program, you'll get it at a nice little discount because you're in our pilot consult program. So I my point is green light, great ideas. I want to answer your questions on these topics.
Thank you. I really appreciate the affirmations because it's hard to. I try to be careful on what I reference and who I actually trust and listen to. So, I mean, that's why, some of these guys that have been around for a while, they seem to be trustworthy. There's a lot of people out there telling you to take a lot of different things, but I don't want to put a lot of different things in my body. I want to do one at a time, see what happens, make sure it's okay. And,
Yeah, absolutely.
you
I think
know,
you see how we are too. Is like these guys know. I don't try to sell anything. I just try to good create an intelligent platform and our patients pick what they want. That's kind of
yeah,
my approach. But you were special because you had a lot of good questions. So now the second last thing in your question list is the best way to gauge plaque is a coronary CT. So let's look up a thing on it. It's funny though. I had a good friend, coronary. I had a friend who's in healthcare and they didn't even know what a coronary CT was and they were asking me questions about it. So now I realize, you know what? I don't even think doctors understand this stuff. So
I've
not
got a
everyone pays
girlfriend.
attention.
I got a girlfriend right now. We've been going to the Mayo Clinic for the last 2 years. She's been paralyzed from the legs down twice, 3 times. And, these doctors have been trying to diagnose what she has and, all this other stuff. I mean, they say it seems episodic, it comes and goes, but, they don't, these neurologists and, at the Mayo Clinic, they just they don't seem to know the things that
Okay,
I'm
so
asking
she has
them,
some strange neurologic problem. Is that what you just said?
Yes, she does.
Okay, so you know what she needs that would help her? Let's see if anybody on my team knows the answer. I'm going to pull it up as a side component to this discussion while everyone's thinking.
Low dose naltrexone.
Yes, so look, watch. We're going to low dose naltrexone. I'm going to show you something.
Mhm.
Low dose naltrexone.
Yeah,
Let's go to Dr. Bahari. He discovered this in 1981.
yeah,
There's Dr. Bahari's. All right, let's look at the introduction page. 81. If I got the date right, that means I'm doing something right. Damn it. Oh no, 81 at Penn State, Bahari in 85. So he started working on HIV patients, right? But look at all these. Let's look at the disease states if we can find it. It will blow your mind the disease states that it treats, including what your friend has. What
yeah,
diseases has it been useful for?
yeah.
Look at
Chronic
this.
pain, man.
Look at this neurodegenerative list, guys.
I
Alzheimer's. Hey, so she's got some variation of ALS,
she,
MS, you name it here. So
she's got something called EDS.
EDS.
Yeah, EDS. I mean, it's not a very well known
I don't know EDS
disease right
either.
now.
But listen, all these are variations of the same thing, right?
Yeah, look, she's my ex-wife had MS, so I'm very familiar with, you know,
But the doctors don't know this how powerful. Look, this is aging right in front of you. That's why when I look at your chart, I told the guys to talk to you about LDN because look at all this stuff it prevents. Cancers. Like if you prevent all this stuff, what's there left to die of? All right, maybe in your sleep a heart disease, right?
yeah, yeah. I mean, you guys prescribed me it, so I got some. So I'm taking 1.5 milligrams right now, and I'm gonna bump it up here later. So
If you don't feel anything negative, you can bump it up to three, but I want you to do it every morning. Okay? Don't do it in the evening.
that's what I'm doing.
Perfect. You're ready to bump it up if you don't feel any negatives. So that was a aside. Now back to see coronary CT. All it is running you through a CAT scan and measuring the plaque in your heart, and it's the most objective way to measure the plaque in your coronary arteries without making a lot of money for the cardiologist. So what I would do is we would do a coronary CT order for you at one of your places. I can find you a place if you can't, and that's part of your consult. We'll send the form to the radiology facility. You'll run yourself through the scanner. We'll get your score. We'll have a baseline, and the cost of that scan will be about $400 max. To the radiology facility. So that's the last answer to your question.
What if I go see my primary care physician and I speak to her about it? They're gonna it's through the VA, man, because I'm a veteran and I go there,
I mean,
unless I have something, I've decided a long
I don't
time
think
ago
they'll
that
I don't think they do that, but you will know better than
I'll
me
ask
because
her.
I'm not a
I'll
veteran,
ask
so
her.
I've never run through their algorithm. I only get
Yeah,
feedback from patients.
I'll ask her, man. I just see, so I've never had anything wrong with me except for blowing out my knee
Yeah.
years ago. So luckily, I've never had any real issues that I've had to address. And if I do, I may get those addressed outside the VA. But for now, I'm trying to run everything through there first. And then, when I can't get there, definitely go somewhere else. But since I'm seeing her on the 18th, I might as well ask her about it. And one of the things that she's monitoring is my LDL for sure. And so she's going to see my triglycerides, you know,
Well,
and
so here's the thing, Jared. If
what,
here if your triglycerides and everything aren't at a level we're happy, I'm going to teach you how to use niacin and some other molecules before you go on statins. Because the statins will just defeat the purpose of everything you're trying to do, as you know already. But it's that simple. The
okay,
statins don't anti-age people, they pro-age them.
cool, man. I want to avoid that.
Right. So I'll
I
help you,
mean,
but
listen, as
go
a,
be smart, kiss ass to all these people that,
yeah,
gatekeep your health care, but you
yeah,
got the real advice behind the scenes working for you.
cool. I mean, man, I'm doctor. Sorry, I don't mean to be so casual, but I I mean, I'm eating tons of protein. I'm not eating very many carbs. I'm trying to, eat as close to, a keto diet as possible. I mean, my energy level, when I do that, I really notice my energy levels are good and I am not hungry. So therefore I'm not hungry all the time.
Oh man, you're
So
doing
I'm
everything the right way.
satisfied. Yeah, I'm
Everything's
really satisfied. I mean, I'm starting to go to the gym again just about every day, and I'm trying to do the cardio 4 or 5 times a week, and then strength train, when I not that much, but
I
I'm
think you'll
strength
see the
training.
most data is showing hit training is the best for our I'm 56, so our age and up, you know, that's just gonna I don't see any evidence science is disproving the concept of hit training.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. I haven't done that, but that's just high intensity, high interval
I
intensity,
mean,
right?
yeah, it's just a suggestion, but it's no simpler than doing let's use a bike, 30 seconds on a bike sprint. Now you're in that 70% VO2, whatever level T is talking about. Like, it's not that hard to get 30 seconds of like a sprint and then 90
Yeah,
second rest, then back to a 30 second. I've never seen anyone beat the data on hit training.
awesome. All right. Well, man,
These
I'll
young
start
guys
looking.
are in shape. I'll let them chime in. Ryan, I know you've always paid a lot of attention to fitness and stuff, but oh, you're out. Wait, unmute. Ask to unmute. There you go.
Sorry about that. Yeah, no, I've done hit training many years, and it absolutely, like, when I can take the deepest breath is when I'm consistently doing that type of training and when I
Right.
just feel the best. I
I mean,
just,
for
like
me,
Doc said, nothing like too intense.
no. And that's what I keep scouring. I mean, that's why it's like you research rapamycin, you research metformin. I research the same stuff, but I take it, for a different angle. And I never find any, the programs and the things I offer, I can't find anything that beats them. Because if I did, I'd change my mind. So that's my
Okay.
answers.
Well, Kelly said, she could get it in topical form. I mean, what's your opinion on topical versus oral?
Which compound though?
I don't remember. I got to look at my
Oh, she's talking about rapamycin, Jarrett.
yeah. I
So
mean, yeah,
rapamycin topical is for females that want to anti-age. I mean, you could too, but it's strictly only going to penetrate the epidermis and dermis.
yeah.
So if you want to take rapamycin, you're going to take it once a week, and it's not that expensive. So the guys will send part of your consult. We'll send any of these scripts on for like rapamycin and the LDN, the stuff I talked about. We'll
And the
send you like
metformin.
yeah, the metformin, and I'll send you a year at a time because you can go to Publix and get that for like $3 a month.
I have metformin from a friend of mine who was one of my clients. He's like 80 years old, and he had a whole freaking bottle,
Sure, that's
and he
fine.
gave it to me. But I don't even know how much to take, man. I've been
All right,
taking.
start by taking
Hold on.
500 milligrams a day.
Okay, let me tell you what I've been taking of that
I mean, if you've been taking more, then that's fine. Usually
every
people get
day.
diarrhea.
Okay, so these are 850 milligram tablets, and I've been cutting them in half. So I've been
Oh,
taking 425 a day.
all right. So if you don't have any diarrhea, you can bump it up to
Yeah,
one.
it did. It happened in the beginning,
Right.
but
If you've
it was good.
stabilized, you can take one whole tablet every morning.
You're talking about 850 milligram?
You can take that much.
I mean, what should be my goal with that?
You
Should
know,
it be
I mean,
850 or
generally
should it
speaking,
be?
it's what can you take 1,000 is the goal.
Okay. I
Yeah.
mean, I can start going up. I've been taking it for a month and a
I
half
mean, if you
now.
go up to 850, I would just leave you there till the cows come home.
Yeah. You see, I just haven't had any advice. I haven't had any oversight, and I haven't been real comfortable doing it without it. So, and I got a real good handle on my labs now, thanks to you guys, and thanks to my records being available from the VA because I do get them every year. I just didn't realize that they were there. So I have them there. I've been going back there only for about 5 years, so I can go back like 5 years and look.
So what we'll do is, when we'll close out our call and stuff, but this is an ongoing process, as you see. the guys will get back to me and they'll fine tune things like, hey, Jarrett wants to do this. Jarrett, because we don't charge for like email and electronic questions. So I think this hopefully was helpful to, you realize how we're all consolidated and I'm always playing puppet master and, anything important, I'm right here. But I'll help you put together stuff that makes sense for you.
Yeah, you're amazing, man. I appreciate it, doctor. Thank you, sir. And I was looking at a all cancer test for like $650.
Right.
I mean, I asked, your people if you could do that. I mean, maybe if you guys did that, I could do it through you as well, because I'd like to get that done once. I smoked for 20 years,
Okay.
and I have a cough, and I have a producing cough. It's not bad enough for me to go to the doctors and stuff like that, but it's something that like if you catch lung cancer very early, they can get rid of it, right? Almost all the
I
time.
mean, if you catch
But
anything early enough, but listen, most of these 600 test things are a scam. Why don't you send me that info and I'll give you the straight dope on if it makes any sense.
what info do you need? I don't know what you
I
mean.
mean, well, I'm just saying you must have a link or something. Show me what you're talking about.
Okay, okay, yeah,
And
okay.
I'll tell you if it's like, because let's face it, the only cancer tests if somebody were absolutely insane, like insane, and they're like, what would you do to screen somebody for every part of their body? I'll explain to you why is that insane, but what would I do? In a man, I'd test his prostate test, PSA. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, just routine blood work, because now you're like, well, what are the common cancers people get? How do you screen for colon cancer? Okay, you can do a colonoscopy. How do you screen for liver cancer? Anything weird? You could do a full body CT, and then lung cancers, lung imaging. The rest is a bunch of crap. I mean, that'd be like, oh yeah, look on the 600 person test, they ran a uterine test, an ovary test, and a cervical cancer test on me. I'd be like, hey, there you go. Men don't get that, so I need more info. I think Jared reversed the camera.
Hey, Jared, looks like we got you on mute. Do we still have you here?
Oh wait, I can hit ask unmute. There we
I'm
go.
here. I'm here. It's just that I dropped my phone and I clicked something.
Oh, that's
So
all right.
Oh,
You know what? We don't need the image. We got your vocal. Oh, we only need your audio. I ask him to unmute again. There we go. Oh, there he is.
can you hear
There you
me?
go. You're back.
Okay, I can't see you guys, but okay, I'll just roll
As
with
long as
it.
you can hear me.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, I will send you what I'm considering doing, and you can say yes or no, and then
Yeah,
if it's
dude. I mean,
no,
I'll give you
I'll
this.
try to
I don't
find
want you to
something.
waste your time and money. Okay.
I don't either, because I don't have a ton of money
Well,
these
and guess
days.
what? I think about it. Keeping guys like you safe that are my patients. I don't have any horse in this. Like whether I want you to waste your money or don't. All I want you to, you know what I mean? In the end of the day, I'm just objective. I treat everybody that I spend time with like they're one of my cousins. I mean, that simple.
I appreciate it. I really do. I mean, it's really amazing. I can't tell you, how much it means, so thank you very much.
I mean, honestly, that we're all the same way. So we're honored to be, it's like the golden rule. We like to be to others how we want them to treat us. That's it.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So that's why we all conglomerate and hang around each other and enjoy working on our patients.
Awesome.
So Ryan, you're gonna be the point to consolidate. We'll figure like if Jared wants to wrap, I will help you because I know your guys are like, where do we get all this stuff? I'll help you with all that. Just figure out. Jared's gonna put together. Yes, I want the coronary CT. After he sees his doctor, we'll circle back and decide what he wants to do. Sound
Okay,
like a plan?
definitely want to do the rapamycin, and
Okay.
I will roll with the metformin I have until it's
Okay.
done, and
Okay.
then I'll ask you for it, and then I'm already gotten the low dose naltrexone.
Yep.
So
I told you I want you to bump it up to 3.
okay,
And then
okay,
I'm gonna expect Ryan to give me like a Jarrett update after you see your doctor and look at those tests. And
all
then
right, I'll
we'll
take care of
decide At that time, every question will be answered. You are going to do the rapamycin, so I'll help you organize that. We got your metformin set up. We'll decide on the coronary CT, and I'll teach you about cholesterol based on your visit with your doctor.
I can't ask for anything else. Wow. Thank you.
All right, guys, we're all on the same page. We'll stay
Okay,
there.
doctor. Nice.
You
Thank
keep
you.
doing a good job,
Thank you,
Jared.
Jared.
You're the one that's doing a good job, so we're happy to help.
Right.
All right,
All
man.
right. I
Yeah,
would love a copy of the video, and that'd be great.
Okay, I'll
absolutely.
close it out, and Jay will get it to you because he's our tech guy.
Okay, I appreciate it. All right, I'll talk to you later.
Bye,
Yeah.
guys.
Bye.